I grew up in New York City in the early 90s, and for me that's like the golden age of hip-hop. So like I really grew up on all kinds of music, always pretty eclectic taste, but like hip-hop was really like my first love as an adolescent. You know, that kind of, when you're an adolescent you really like latch on to certain types of music. I really was obsessed with hip-hop there, like would be taping radio shows every week, and it was just a really vibrant scene. And I mean, I wasn't like aware that it was this, oh wow, this scene is amazing, but I just loved that music.
Give me some of that hip-hop, baby, baby. Give me some of that hip-hop, baby, baby. Give me some of that hip-hop, baby, baby. Give me some of that hip-hop, baby, baby.
Zay was similar. He grew up as a pro skater, and then he started DJing all the skate contests in Brazil, and was like a pretty early force in bringing hip hop to Brazil, and you know, being one of the first big hip hop DJs there. So we're both really you know, rooted in hip hop, but at the same time, you know, for me, like, I played a bunch of classical instruments when I was really little, and always was into, like, got into funk and jazz real heavy in high school, and fusion, and breaks, and always listened to my Pixies and my indie rock, but always loved hip hop.
The hip hop flow, the freestyle flow, the beats that bring your fist to your face like, oh shit, make you hold your dick. Golden era hits. I try to tell these kids, respect the architect, but all y'all wants to collect the check. See this beat here, I hurt your neck. You gotta put in work to catch the wreck. Like when I first started, I was wholehearted, but now the game became dearly departed. Billboard charted, artists get retarded. When them checks come, I still respect some. Russell Simmons for president, let's elect them. Who's the next to come with the new ish? It's the nigga you wish, fat bitch, fresh and replenished.
I think hip hop is in a place kind of like where heavy metal was, when, you know, it just came out of this like angsty kind of pain-ridden place, and although some of it was often fun, like it came out of this pure birth of, like, you know, artistic expression, and then became a commodity and just started getting reproduced and just trying to emulate what was making money and copying the same shit, and it just became all about money. Even lyrically, you heard that. And I think right now it's in this place where it's just like mainstream hip-hop is like lost, completely lost. But I think that there's, like, you know, whenever something happens like that, there's always like the Nirvanas of the world that come and like fuck everything up, and I think that's kind of happening. There's like definitely like an interesting thing going on, you know, in the clubs and with kids, and, you know, incorporating other types of music and doing shit that just sounds totally new and different.
So no matter what them say, it's the other of the DJ.
Adam said Eve, now listen to me. Anything you want you can have. So be a good girl and let's make a deal. Swimming pool and full cargo lodge. The world is your friend, the door's opening. Anything you want that you need. Whoever you need, they're acting so sweet. Money changes everything.
Money is the root of all the evil. Money is the root of all the evil. Money is the root of all the evil. Money is the root of all the evil.
We met at actually our homeboy DVNO from Ed Bangers. He was in LA in 2003, and he was doing a record with his band, and they had like a record release, or not a record release, like a finishing the record party at their studio, and we were both friends with him, and we just met there, and started talking about music and Brazilian music, and the next day we were making music together.
San Paulo to LA, nobody moving till we say so. They wanna
The concept for NASA was kind of, the full idea was really born over the course of the whole 5.5 years I were making the record. But you know, I think you know, we just started making music the next day, and then like the following week we made another track that actually ended up on the record. But we still didn't have the idea. Then the next track we used a Sputnik sound, and it was real spacey sounding song, and we ended up we were like smoking a joint in the backyard of my studio, and we were like started talking about how spacey it was, and then we came up with the name North America, South America. But it kind of kept growing, like the more tracks. We didn't really have the concept like bringing worlds together, people from totally unexpected collabs, people from different worlds. Then when we did the Karen O and the Old Dirty Bastard Fat Lip song, that really like birthed the concept, like wow, we gotta make like every song just the craziest combination of people we could possibly imagine.
Yeah, sounded fresh.
I mean, we just set our sights high and we're patient, and like, you know, the artist just came from like, we just were like, yo, let's not you know, write anybody off. Anyone we want, we're gonna go after them, and you know, and we wouldn't settle until we got an answer, yes or no, you know, and it just came, we like just set our sights high and never settled, and just kept pushing and didn't try and rush it and put the record out or anything. We had this van with no windows, and we would just, you know, we would get their address from various sources and just go around, and oftentimes we use cyanide.
Yeah.
And you know, but oftentimes you know, a gun was enough to convince them. There was lots and lots and lots of people that said no. The biggest disappointment that I personally, like, James Brown is my favorite musician of all time. We tried to get him like throughout the making of the record. He was always touring like non-stop, even like right up until his death. And then he passed away, and you know, he's a hero of mine. Like, he really is a hero of mine, and it would have been amazing to work with him, and unfortunately it didn't happen.
What you doing? All the girls come my house and they say they see you out, and you just hit it pop. Now why you lie? So what do you want to do, Sam?
We almost always were with the people, and we tried to get the people with, like, the artists with the other artists on the song as much as possible too, but that didn't always happen. Just because we wanted to give like a real cohesion to the record, and we want to make sure that it didn't just feel like a bunch of random songs, like a lot of the guest features nowadays, or the past few years, like they'll just feel like real phoned in, like whatever, here's a verse, I'll just write a verse, I don't really care what the song is about or what the album is about. So we were always there just like steering stuff down the path to keep the album feeling cohesive. And what was the other half of that question? Who was really fun? Yeah. Tom Waits was really inspiring. He's just like, he has so much passion, puts so much like feeling into his performances. I've never seen anybody like give so much for a performance like ever in the recording studio. It was amazing, and he just became a good friend and just got so involved with the record, calling us with ideas for our film and like ideas for artists, and he was just really cool. It was cool to see like an older guy like that just get so involved in something.
From New York to the Bay, yo, San Paulo to LA, yo, nobody move until we say so. They wanna know who got that dance up. From New York to the Bay, yo, San Paulo to LA, yo, nobody move until we say so. They wanna know who got that dance up. From New York to the Bay, yo, San Paulo to LA, yo, nobody move until we say so. They wanna know who got that dance up. Dance up, dance up, music, dance up, music, dance up, music, dance up, music, dance up, music.
Basically what we do is it's a 2x4 DJ set. We play all our stuff, our original tracks, our remixes and edits and remixes of our stuff. And then we actually we control videos with our turntables. And we edit videos to every song we play, so it's basically like a 4 turntable video mix with obviously with the music too.
Music.
And then we also have intergalactic dancers. Like in every show, we have different aliens that dance with us.
Okay.
And every show has different aliens that we get. We usually pick them up locally, in terms of like contact them, and they end up landing on our in the vicinity that we're playing, and then they'll come to the show and dance.